the shit they never trained us for. Transitioning to civilian life. Man, if I got this.
Yeah.
So I would have to say the hardest thing I have done is work with civilians, particularly engineers in the civilian world.
I've not had the honor.
I love engineers.
Man, freaking...
Not the train ones, Casey.
Yeah,
not the train.
Oh,
just
the other
teachers.
Not the
Yeah.
sweet overall ones.
These ones.
Remember me telling you about the drone company?
Yeah.
Prior to that, I'd worked with Blackbird, and so I was still in the military. If you're working for Blackbird, it was fifth group, fifth battalion.
Fifth group retiring.
Yeah, right.
Retirement home. Yeah.
Right. But when I changed to this company, it was all civilians, and worked particularly with the engineers a lot. And I'm sorry, I would pull my hair out what little I had. I just could not relate to them in any way, shape, or form. I just had a hard time. You know, we'd be in meetings on the phone, and there was like, "Hey, Byron, we need this by Friday. You know, COB, we need this document." Well, 30 minutes after the meeting, I've got that in their inbox.
Yeah, of course.
And then there come Friday, they're like, "What happened to this document?" I was like, "Did you check your inbox, first of all?" And then they would go back and they go, "Oh, I didn't see this in here." And it was, you know, from Monday.
Right.
But they have no urgency at all to get anything done. They really don't
weird.
care. I've found that in the civilian world. I'm still not able to adapt to it. Even now, I can't really talk to the civilians that well. I'm not a fan.
I started, the way that I dealt with that, I've run into that quite a bit as well. I used to run into it quite a bit but I was like, what's the common denominator? And I had to take a look at myself, and I'm like, okay, I have to deal with these people. I have to work with these people and whatnot. So I have to approach them differently. It's just like leadership. You know, I just have to approach them differently, figure out their motivations are different than ours. You know, it's just like, I don't know if it's a product of training or molding or, you know, the leaders that we worked under or the environments that we worked in and whatnot. But I absolutely see what you're saying. It's the urgency is there. It's just kind of inherent to everything that we do. You know what I mean? It's like everything is critical.
Right.
And it's just not.
Yeah. Everything's no fail and critical.
So,
Yeah.
at one particular instance, you know, I had to go up there to Massachusetts once a quarter to show my face. And I get there, and the engineers are there, and they really want to impress me when I get up there, that kind of thing. You know, this SF guy's coming up here once a month. You know, they really, and I wanted to be that guy for them also.
Right.
And they were like, "Hey, Byron, we got these new props. You know, this is how you take them on and off, and blah blah blah." I was like, "Okay, come with me." And then we would walk into a room, and I'd sit them down. And I say, "Okay, you got your tools and everything?" "Got it." I said, and I reach over and I turn the lights out. "Now take the props off."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, we can't see it." I was like, and neither could Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're so proud to see me come here, and then I burst their fucking bubble as soon as I walk in.
Yeah.
And that could have been partly my fault, doing that. You know, maybe I was the common denominator.
No. I think it
could be.
I think it's an understanding. Like they have an isolated piece of it and they don't see the whole picture. The same thing could be said for commands in certain places. You know what I mean? They have an isolated piece or isolated responsibility and they don't see the whole picture.
Yeah.
I think that's where we run into those officers that we don't remember their names. You know what I mean? That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
Jimmy, have you even worked with a civilian since you've been out?
Yeah.
Do you know any?
I do. The thing is, I've not worked closely. Those civilians I work with now, they're like back office administrative people, and they're all adequate. I just don't rely on them and interface with them persistently enough to understand if I don't like them.
That's the thing, man. I kind of along with what you're talking about, Byron, I think that, like, I've almost people that you count on, like if you're, and I don't want to say this is going to sound cocky and fucking self-absorbed and shit, but if you don't have the background that we have,
It's hard to communicate.
It's hard to communicate.
Well, the no fail part, like
No fail, everything's no fail and everything's critical.
yeah, Yeah.
Because that person is relying on me to do the thing that I'm
Right.
supposed to do. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The company I work in right now, that culture is the pinnacle of that culture. In my as humble as possible, I'm certain that the company I work in is way up there in the top 0.0 something percent of companies that have that no fail, everything is critical. That complex problem you're talking about, it must be solved extremely comprehensively and immediately
And efficiently and all the things.
And
Right.
that's, I like working that. And I think for me, the hardest part about my transition was initially it was so easy because that's exactly what I wanted in the military.
Right.
And I thrived on that opportunity. And then the day after I become a civilian, the worry that I had of like, will I ever be happy somewhere else in the civilian world outside of
That was me when I was transitioning.
Right.
Yes. Going through ACAP and you have these briefs and I'm like almost at tears going, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Am I going to have this, I won't say environment, I'll say camaraderie. With,
Well, dude, that's it. And the hardest part, I told you the easiest part was I fell right into it. Even in the ACAP meetings or whatever, I was already working on contract with this company. So I was one day I'm not working for them, the next day I'm working for them, but what was consistent was I was comfortably still in 6th gear redlining, which I loved that.
Yeah, that's the only way you are.
The hard part was 12 months later when I realized like I don't have to be this way because what it manifests in is less time with my children because I had children late in my marriage, much late. I was like the last dude in my peer group to have kids, and I was like, wait, I don't have to do this. Like I did it in the military because I needed to do it for other people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But they don't exist in that life anymore.
Right.
Certainly I'll be there for you, anybody
Yeah.
that I need to be there for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But on a daily basis, in a critical scenario like life or death type, that didn't exist anymore. But I was still 6th gear redline.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was it worth it? And I realized at one point in time it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And then that was the hard part for me, was coming to the realization that I didn't have to be in 6th gear and redlining like I loved. I didn't have to anymore.
You're in 4th gear still.
No, I'm well, if you want to be thorough about it.
But you sleep in 2nd gear. Bro.
Well, I went away from it, but then learned how to sustainably get back there.
Yeah.
And like I'll say it right now, like I've never been busier with work, but simultaneously I've never been more proud to work there.
Yeah,
I've never been more happy to work there.
Yeah.
And that I'm telling you, for the last 2 years, I've become more and more and more busy, but even more and more proud and happy to be doing it.
Yeah. It's been cool to watch.
But it takes, it takes a different perspective because the factor is still there that I considered to leave that life before, which is my children. But I found a way to navigate that with balance while still increasing that,
Yeah.
which I'm not taking for granted. I'm absolutely grateful for. I will always be grateful for this,
Yeah.
But yeah, transitioning, that's my transitioning.
Yeah. It's, dude, like seriously, it's hard to not get emotional because I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah.
You remember? I was like,
Yeah.
dude, after this, you're going to be a rock star, and
Yeah.
I'm here for it, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My transition was not like that. I got really sick in the mental space, and had to go through that med board process all the while still dealing with all the things, still self-medicating with using alcohol, which I had been doing for years. And like still to this day, I don't think I was ever an alcoholic, but I was.
Right. I was the same way.
You know what I mean? I was just using it to self-medicate. And like once that was taken care of, I was like, I don't need that shit anymore. Not from a standpoint of,
I was getting those phone calls from Jimmy about that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
look back at those phone calls and it's like, even today, even being in the far better space, like I feel guilty for putting that on you.
No.
I really do.
No,
I
dude.
do, man.
Why?
Well, I know what it really is. I know what it really is. But gosh, dang it, man, I feel guilty for putting that on some of you dudes.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want you guys going through that stress.
No, dude. That's not stress, man.
I know.
That's
I know what you're saying. I know what it is. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I still to this day, I'm like, I wish it didn't have to go that way.
Same, dude. I mean, bro, and I've said this to you. I know that, like, the people that loved me when I gave them absolutely no reason to, that stuck around for me, which is insane. Like, looking from the perspective, if I was looking at that, not knowing any better and not experiencing it myself, I'd be like, yeah, I had to write old Case off, man. Had to write him off because he's too far gone. You know what I mean? I hope he comes back. I hope he turns it around, but I can't personally invest in him anymore. And there's a lot of people that did that, and I don't blame them one single bit. In fact, I've thanked some of them, you know, because it's like, had they not done that, like, I wouldn't have seen the things stacking up that were leading me down that path. And I'm just like, so I get what you're saying. I feel guilty about it. I do. Yeah. I feel guilty about it as well. But on the same token, I was like, I have to forgive those people for me and not blame them, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's the ones that stuck around. They were like, come on, bro. You know, I'm pulling for you. When I couldn't even hear that, you know what I mean? I was so self-isolated and so sick and so sad and so afraid. That's what it boiled down to. So afraid. And I'd made that choice before I went down there. And I've said this on a few different things. It's like, if this doesn't work, I'm checking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I had done everything else. It was like, if this doesn't work, I'm checking out. But by the grace of God, it worked.
Yeah.
So
it was bad.
Like, it was really bad.
It was so bad. But manageable.
For you. But you can manage anything.
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah, man.
But it was worth it to hang out.
It is now.
Yeah.
I think it is now.
Easily.
And I'm grateful for all of that shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for all the things that people did to me when I gave them no reason to. And I'm grateful that I, you know, I'm grateful for those hard times, like when I'm sitting there by myself and I'd let everyone down and I'm just I'm just alone. Like, alone and hopeless is the worst two things that a human being can fucking experience. And I experienced that a lot of my own doing. Like, and I own that. Like, those bad decisions and those bad acts and all those, I own every single bit of it. In fact, I'm fucking thankful for it. You know what I mean? But that said, on the back end of it is just like, it makes me thankful for every breath.
Yeah, sure.
And I live in a state of gratitude.
Oh yeah.
For that shit, man. Like, I really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let me say this on camera. I'm truly grateful you guys had me on here, man. It's awesome.
Like, to do this again, we have to
sitting among giants,
Byron.
dude.
It's not me.
It's giants, bro. You guys are legends.
Why did we decide to reach out to Casey? Or why did you reach out to me that had me think Casey? Just the generations thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was like, I think he might want to be interested.
We needed a new guy.
New guy. We got bored with each other.
He was here last time. When was I here the first time? It's been a couple of years.
No, it's been about a year. Yeah.
Was I alone? Just me and you?
No, me and you and one other guy. No, you've been on it 3 times. This is your 3rd time, I believe.
No, twice.
No?
The first. This is
Did we just use the chairs last time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just me and you then. Yeah.
Was it? That's right. I thought it was Sue or something. Or we were going to bring Sue.
All right, I'm going to skip that second bullet because that would take us.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you wish you knew back then. Go ahead.
I'd like to go. And I think we've touched on it a couple of times. It's like, I think Jimmy said something about, you know, culturally and as it pertained to the relationship with officers and whatnot. I wish that I would have known the evolution of an operator. You know what I mean? That E6, E5, E6 in the team room needs to be a cocky fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He needs to be a cocky asshole that doesn't know shit all, period, end. But he needs to be able to listen, you know. But there's a cutoff for that. You know what I mean? He doesn't stay that cocky asshole. There's E8s and E9s that are still that cocky asshole.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish I would have I wish I would have exercised more wisdom, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, learn from my mistakes, grow as a leader. And so I never wanted to be anything above behind a rucksack. I really didn't. I've turned down like my board stuff for like 8 or 9 years. For EA. I really did, man. I didn't ever want to do anything else. But I feel like that I could have had a better effect on people. And had I, gone further up, I think I would have. But I think the people that I touched, if you will, don't be weird. The people that I touched in the military, I think
dibs.
Yeah, yes. I think that I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? I just wish that I would have been a better example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my. I wish that I would have known that. Hey, man, there's people really looking at you, and there's looking at you from the lens of this organization, this group of people. It's not just your cell, and it's not just your team, dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what I wish I'd have. I don't know. So,
what do you think?
I got nothing.
Come on.
I wish I did everything back then.
Perfect.
Well, I wish I would have known how much my family was missing me back then.
Yeah.
But I did not take that into account in my whole life.
I think it's a safety memechanism, though.
It is.
You know what I mean?
You're protecting yourself.
Defense
yes, I did
mechanism.
not take that into account and was a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just much when we're gone every 4 months. When you're here, you're training for 4 months. You're a ghost the whole time. You're like, who's that guy that walks in here every now and then?
I can't imagine. Like, I look back and I can't imagine how that was for my wife.
Yeah.
Exactly. You think we're tough bastards.
Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine that, man.
I have, trust me.
Golly, it's overwhelming to think
Yes. So I wish I would have known how they were feeling a little bit better or
accounted for it a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly
accounted for. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, man. So that statement, what you wish you knew back then, is not the statement of, do you regret anything? It's different, right?
Yes. I regret nothing. Well, I do regret one thing. You know what that is. I regret one thing in my life. Sure. And, but other than that, no.
Yeah. And I know what that is. The thing about that, the reason why I mention it that way is I'm not afraid to tell you all kinds of stuff I regret. Some of it's a lot of it's positive, some of it's negative, of things that I regret. People say, and I thought about this when I retired because I was afraid someone would ask me and I'd have to be all nerdy like I am now about the answer. But it's like, when you look back, do you regret anything? And it's like, I regret a lot of things. But a lot of it's positive. Like, I regret, believe it or not, I regret not having the realistic opportunity in my career to do other things. Like, bro, I would have loved, as weird as this might sound, I would have loved to be a guy in the Coast Guard swimmer rescue guy. Yeah. I would have loved to be a freaking Navy SEAL. I would have been a great Navy SEAL. Well, I'm saying, I would have loved to be an Air Force. To this day, I look back, I'm like, that would have been badass. Mm-hmm. But you can't live 15 lives.
Yeah.
Also, we were gods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave that?
Right.
True. I mean, in the moment,
sure.
Some people would say, "What do you mean you were gods?" I'm sorry, we were godlike. During that time frame.
Hey, man. So we could have a whole podcast on that.
Yes.
No kid.
Can you swipe that over?
The parting shot on that topic is, I definitely regret you kind of said it, not having the wisdom or some semblance of more wisdom in order to not waste time. From my perspective, when I was down in Yuma, I loved my experience in Yuma for the most part. There was big time ups and downs. Like, I wanted to go down there and just be an instructor, but for 2 of the 3 years down there, I had to run the course, which is much different than just being an instructor. A great experience overall, but the whole time down there, as good as the experience was day to day, whatever down there, the whole time down there is like in my head every day, multiple times per day, I would remind myself like, when you get back to 5th group, do not waste a single minute when you get back there. Because I had learned in Yuma that the 5th group life was not guaranteed, and it was fleeting, which manifested in what happened when I got back.
Bro.
You couldn't stop me. Our training calendar was jam packed. We were doing big stuff,
Awesome.
big time all the time. And then when we deployed, we were doing big stuff. I mean, it was just like no one could stop me.
And in reality, isn't that, I'll say it, isn't that the Legion's mindset?
It is. It is. But here's the thing. As a E6 on a team, I didn't really think that way.
Yeah.
An E7 on a
You
team,
didn't know to think that way.
I didn't know to think
Yeah.
that way. So what do I wish I knew back then that I know now is that at least, at a minimum, it would have been nice when I walked in 04, literally to think that way. Like, hey, this is fleeting.
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
waste a minute here.
Right.
It would have been so much cooler. Even though everything I definitely, everything I account for and recall in my experience, I love everything. I was so grateful to be around there and those people in those situations. Definitely grateful. But man, I think it would have been cooler if I'd have known that it's not going to always be there.
Right.
Yeah, dude. That's so cool. It's really rad
tough.
to hear. But you're right, man.
But isn't it a lesson though with the family also? You're like, it's not always going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
So same concept.
You've heard probably like, that sappy acknowledgement of part of life where it's like the last time you picked up your child, you never knew it was the last time.
Yeah.
Or the last time your friends, you all played together, you didn't know it was going to be the last time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last time you blew that door off the hinges.
It's the last one.
You did not know that. I did not know that.
I didn't either. That's wild, man.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Damn, we'll walk out of here all depressed now. I'm like, shit, I want to go
We're
get
gonna
it.
skip because we covered up Assaulter to Sevilla and what the fuck was this legacy to what do you want the next generation to remember?
Don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Easily.
That sounds
Don't
like Travis Esterby talking right there.
Yeah.
They don't
Doesn't it?
have to. That's
They
the
don't.
thing. Nothing can stop them.
Nothing can stop them. Like
That's
no
the
one's
truth.
like nothing's yeah.
Growing up in the company, it was way too during like a sergeant major meeting. Sergeant major have team sergeant meeting, right? And there would be way too many team sergeants that would say, "Hey, our team can't handle that task because we're doing this and this." And there's all these no's across the room, instead of them finding out a way to do it.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah. We were gonna find a way.
bro. He empowered every single person in that hallway, not just the team guy, like everybody that he had available. Is like, hey, what's dude, not to pat you, I just got chills thinking about it. The message. He handed that thing out and he's like, everyone read this. And that was it. That's how that company operated from that, or that's how that troop operated, bro.
Yeah. I think, and mind you, like, I appreciate you giving me credit, but believe it or not, it's not really me because, and I will substantiate this. Coming back to what I said, I was super motivated to not waste a minute. That wasn't like me knowing that's the right thing to do. To be quite honest, that was me being greedy and selfish.
Yeah. Good.
But it worked out for everybody.
Yeah, it worked out pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, that's a big one. And that's another thing too. It's like, that's another thing. Don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Because what you described, that scenario sucks. People telling themselves they can't do stuff.
Yeah, and just like getting out of stuff.
But there's also the scenario where no one's telling you to do anything and you don't do anything.
That's
To
the
me,
worst.
I was like, oh, you're not telling me to do anything? I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, I will find a way to substantiate a concept to get some important things done with or without you, your authority or approval. I will find someone else to give me authority. I'll find someone else to approve me. We gone.
in the
We're outta
most
here.
professional manner possible,
We're outta
using the mechanism. Like
He's
it's not
not
like we're
against
out
them.
there like doing cowboy shit. We're like, oh, there's a mechanism to figure this thing out, and it's like all we have to do is connect the dots or create the network and get the information or the equipment and do it. And that's
we
what
had a
that's what we
great
did.
time, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was so fun hustling.
Yeah, that's what tack the hustling, dude.
Just hustling,
Bro.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great culture, man.
What's that dinging noise we keep hearing? What is that?
Is that me? Did I forget to turn my phone back on?
It's okay. We're almost there. What about you? What about
Not me.
Casey?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to send to the next? It's me. It's me talking to you, Bubba. What do you want to send to the next generation?
Oh,
What
no,
do
I
you,
was
what do
trying
you-
to read. Next generation, remember? God, how do I top that, man? I don't. I think
thought you were
it's
speaking
just
Arabic. It's me.
that. It's me.
That's me.
It's me.
It's
It's
me,
me.
Gerard. Just that, like, foster that culture, man. Nothing can
that's
stop
not a
you
SIF
and
thing.
find
That's
a
a-
way.
It
SF
kind
thing, you know,
That's what it
of.
should be.
You know.
I felt like for a while it was very siffy.
You know.
When Travis Espy was the troop sergeant major and I was the troop sergeant major on the other side of the building, it was very exclusive to the building.
Yeah.
And it showed in the State of the Legions because they would always be, all those bullets were like me and Travis,
Yeah.
interagency,
Yeah.
ambitions with building those relationships and relying on each other. And I mean, dude, the deployment that he and I did together, my last combat deployment, Trey was at the, he worked at the office of the director of national intelligence, right? When he was doing his Langley thing. On that rotation, red phone, purple phone rings. I pick it up, it's Trey, and he's like, "What are you guys doing there?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "The past 3 weeks, the top of the pile reports are coming from Troop 2 A15
Yeah.
across all tools and resources and assets. The top of the pile briefing to the DNI was coming up from our little tiny troop that even the people in the building just didn't realize
They didn't even know.
what we were doing.
Yeah.
Right. But we were knocking it out.
That's why I'm reading Legacy of Ashes right now. It's wild that you said that. So.
Yeah. It was
Well,
fun.
okay, so what are they
Jump
doing
that.
better than we did?
Okay.
Tech.
Yeah, it's the thing.
You and I
they
talked
have
about
to be
this at
smart
times.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did we get that one? Anyway, had a conversation with, when I saw this, had a conversation with a good friend of mine who's still in the company. And it's like nothing's changed. But through that conversation, listening to him and talking about, so culturally and mentally, nothing has changed. It's still the same guys walking around the hallway. It's just they have to be smarter on so much more stuff than we did, and it's the nature of the technology and the integration and how the battlefield's changing. So they're adapting with that. They're at a point of fluidity. They have to be more fluid, as is the battlefield now. So I think that's the only difference.
They have to
But
embrace it.
yeah, you put this same animal in that space right now, they're doing the same things. You know what I mean? I don't think anything's changed. It's the desire to be, you challenge yourself, man. I tell people this all the time. It's like, I worked with my heroes every single day. Like, if you don't feel like that, and then you need to get to the hallway or go to somewhere that is, if you don't feel challenged, because you feel challenged in that hallway. You have to walk around.
Yeah.
You have to walk around with a chip on your shoulder, because if you don't, you're going to get eaten alive, or you're going to get left by the wayside, and you're not going to be contributing any longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. And so culturally speaking, nothing's changed over there. It's still the top of the stack. And no offense to anybody that's not in the company or in that company and within their group or whatever. No offense to them. It's just, it takes what is it we used to say, Jimmy? It's like, we're not better than you. We're just different.
Just different.
In a better way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cords rubbing on your mic.
Oh, sorry.
No, I agree. Not better, just different in a better way.
Yeah.
In a better way. Just different.
In a better way.
But we're doing it better. But then again, though, like, dude, that's the worst position to be in. That's the worst position to be in, is to talk that way. I'm with you, bro. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But like, all right, don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
Like, don't take my word for it. Talk to people external.
Yeah.
Talk to people that came in later. Like, squadron commanders would dime us out. Like, man, I'm going to bring in Troop 1 from B Squadron to listen to how you guys do your brief back. Because that leadership needs to hear the standard. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Or, like Colonel DiTomaso once, when I was in Troop 1, he was like, hey, I heard Ripto is almost complete. PDSS from C-110, you're here. Yeah, stand up. Check it out. Whatever they're doing, replicate
that.
Right. Replicate that, because year after year, this troop, he was a Troop 1 fan.
Yeah.
You know, that's external. Internal, Maurice Golden. Maurice Golden, never been an A15. You know, eventually a 5th Group Sergeant Major.
Yeah.
Never been an A15. As an E9, deliberately puts himself on a path to A15 Sergeant Major position by going to Sephardic as an E9. Right? This guy's UW.
Yeah.
You know, like from Northern Alliance link up type guy, right? That dude comes to the company and he calls me and he's like, hey, go get Travis. We go in his office and he's like, look, I don't know what, I have no clue what this company does. I have no clue. I know the CQB, whatever, Sephardic. He's like, but I don't know what's going on. And until then, I'm just going to like do my job, you know, the Sergeant Major job.
Good.
Fundamentally.
Good.
I'm never going to get in your lane until I need to, but I'm telling you, I don't even know what that lane is. And that's how it started. Bro, there was times where he would just be he was always down to earth, always. Maurice Golden, top dog, like great guy, so up there. But sometimes in private, he would be like, I never knew that this place did these things.
Yeah.
And I was like, neither did I.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it last week. I just know now this week I need to be doing this.
Yeah.
So like come with or not.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do, you know? And he like, if he was here right now, he would be laughing his butt off because he would just be shocked. He's like, you're going to go do that? I'm like, yeah, let's go. You know, like I would, you know, sometimes like tier 2 conference, walk down in the unit, do adjacent unit coordination, a fundamental thing.
Yeah.
But just with that unit, and they're absolutely receptive. And he was like, well, why? Like, because they're going to be in Erbil, we're going to be in Baghdad, and I guarantee you we're going to possibly have to cooperate on something. And we did, you know?
Yeah.
But he was like, I just didn't know you guys did that. Like, neither did I. I just thought we needed to do it today. You know? Let's go. You know? But
train up. Jimmy's like, hey, Sergeant Major Golden's going to Sephardic. Train him up. Okay.
yeah.
I'd never met Mo at this point or whatever. Just an amazing human being.
Humble.
Man. So just like this guy, you know the standards that you have to be able to maintain and carry throughout that course. And I was like, well, this is a no-fail. Had a week, trained him up, went down there and crushed it. Went through Sephardic as a sergeant major, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you know?
And he was, I mean, we're just totally glazing him right now, hardcore.
Nice.
He deserves it.
He does.
So he as well was a great SF leader. He wasn't the type of SF leader that might be stereotypical. It's like big boy rules and let people get away with shit. That wasn't the type of guy he was.
Yeah.
But he let us get away with things.
Yeah.
And I look back, and even then I knew it. I was like, dude, this guy knows how to. He was very much like Steve Zinda operationally, where Steve knew like the line. He was a TF Viper commander for us in 04, our ODA commander. And operationally in combat, that guy, man, he could balance the line on like, he's still going to be able to represent us and truthfully say we're doing the right thing all the time. But then it was like, he was like right on the line, you know, where Maurice was the same way as kind of a CONUS garrison type guy, even though the combat was ongoing. As an example, you know, he told me once, he was like, he caught me in the cages with Phil Watson and Matt Jordan. And Matt Jordan's hair, it's not that he's a wild man cowboy, which he is, but in fact, his hair grows faster than everybody's. It just does.
It's a fact.
Like he will go to the shop at barber and get an army haircut. And by the time he gets back, he's borderline, bro.
He's out of ranks.
There's some weird stuff going on with him. Even to this day, if you look at him, it's the same thing. So he caught Matt, myself, and Phil in the cages downstairs. And I was never worried about that stuff. I know the importance of it. I've had great leaders that prioritize that better than I did from an Army soldier standpoint. I just never had it in me, and if I suck, I suck. I'm sorry.
I always thought you were too busy and you just overlooked it.
That's part of it, probably. But he caught us down there and he was like, hey, Jimmy, so Matt's hair. And I was like, Matt, I was like, yeah, it's long. And he was like, oh, well, he needs to probably clean that up. And I was like, if you think about it, though, Sergeant Major, we don't have time. Yeah. And this is like Troop Sergeant Major having this absolutely unprofessional conversation. Like the response back to this company Sergeant Major was terrible. Yeah. But it was intuitive, natural, probably unfortunate, embarrassing at this point, looking back for sure. Yeah. But you know what? That guy was like, just make sure at some point somebody does the right thing around here with him. And I just, in my head, I was like, we actually laughed at him. I talked to Phil, man, one day, or Matt, and I laughed at him. Like, I thought it was funny that he was bringing this such a low priority thing up in that context. I was just like, what? We don't give a shit about that. We have so much shit going on. Like, are you joking?
Are you pulling my leg, Mo?
And he let that fly. I look back, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Not the right answer, but that's he was willing to let me be an idiot that day.
Yeah. He always, that's the thing. He listened and he gave a shit.
He was great.
I think that he saw I know that he saw. He's just like, he would literally just be like in awe all the time. He's like, I can't believe this is. He's like, Jesus, guys.
Yeah. And there's stuff that he didn't even know. To this day, he may not even know happened.
Right.
That Travis and I, or Troop 1 and Troop 2 were doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it was the thing to do, the right thing to do. Some of it, quite often, was strategery. Without direction.
Yeah.
And I could, by the definition of the words, I could list out multiple things that happened that we never got credit for. Mm-hmm. But if and when somebody like Maurice, luckily in that time period, someone like Maurice, who's a hinge point for normal organizations in the military, company sergeant major, he was like, okay, do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you did that? All right.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty crazy.
He was great.
Yeah. Good on
What
him.
else we got on there?
I hope Mo's good.
That's the last one. So, alibis on anything that you think that somebody might want to know about a CIF type company or A15 in general?
If you are in the company during an AAR, you should go through step by step every single action that you took.
Disgusting. Painful.
And why you messed up the thing that you messed up and blame someone else for it. There you go.
Well, yeah. Casey reminds me of a guy I talked to on the phone who I don't know. I know him a little bit just professionally now, but he used to be in the 5th group.
Yeah.
Bear.
Bear.
Anyways, we had a contract, and the primary instructor, the PY I was validating for this pistol carbine thing, he wanted to use this target in this drill, but it had that guy's name on it. Mm-hmm. And I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, you don't know me, but I'm looking at this as a proprietary thing, and I'm asking you permission because we've subbed out to a contractor who has told me he wants to use your target and your drill. And I think I owe you this request. I should ask you, you know. And he was a 5th group guy, Bear. You know him.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
yes.
And he was like, yeah, I know you, man. And Casey had told him about an AAR. You weren't there. It was in UAE. Had this assaulter who, at breach point, his iPro got foggy. And instead of just telling people to hold tight, not Murphy and calling, but like, hey, hold on real quick, wipe your iPro. He went to the house, training. This is training in UAE. And he shot a hostage. And the AR was a bit Western, right? And UAE, in Zayed military city, that terrain sucks. You're not digging a foxhole there. You're not even scratching a ranger grave fighting position in UAE, in Zayed military city. It sucks. 6 foot deep, that target went. And that guy on the phone, I was like, hey, whatever it takes, 6 foot deep, bury that freaking American.
Right.
You know? And dude, he would, obviously it sucked, but appropriately, you know. But that bear guy was like, I know you, dude. You made a dude dig a hole and bury a paper target.
Yeah.
And that came out of an AR. Yeah. Anyways.
So, any shameless plugs for anything you want to put out today?
Black armor guns. Black armor guns.
Black armor guns.
Yes.
Get you one.
Get you a door kicker.
It's legit.
But no, Casey, you were telling me about where you're working at right now. You've done a few things for some folks. What you got going on?
I'm bouncing around. I'm just doing things here and there currently. I'm kind of, which has allowed me to focus more on my family.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Seeing the babies crushing baseballs, no big deal. And you know, that's that. I kind of going back to what you were saying, Jimmy, is like I've kind of hit that point where doing as much as I want to do, you know what I mean, has allowed me to be more present for my family, which has been awesome, man. I'm surrounded by rock stars still. They just happen to be little me's and my wife, you know.
That's cool.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
When I left that drone company, when they closed their doors, I was so relieved because now I decided I will never work for another human.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because of the shit. You know, the last 2 years, I was wondering, when is this company closing their doors? When, you know, you're always worried about that shit.
Yeah.
When it was any company you work with. And I finally got into a position, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
And I'll never work for somebody else again.
Yeah, man. I'm there too. I just don't know like what that looks like.
Yeah.
It's I want to be able to foster the same kind of things that we had you know, back then. My circle's getting tighter and tighter, man. You know what I mean? I take really good care of myself now because I have to. It keeps me healthy. Faith, take care of your body, take care of your family. You know what I mean? I do those things so I can take care of my family right there.
Yeah.
And whatever you do, have that tight circle, that tight knit group, you know, they just happen to, most of them be dudes from our background.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I do what keeps me healthy now. That's pretty much it.
That's smart.
Yeah. I think we owe ourselves that so we can be better for the ones that we missed out on. You know what I mean? So,
James?
Shameless plug?
Yeah, you got a shameless plug?
I do. I forgot. I shouldn't have said I forgot because it dimed myself out of how much of a jerk I am. Spec Ops Excursions.
Yes.
Oh, Scotty.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Without a doubt, the most honorable nonprofit out there.
Amen.
Like, bring on the scrutiny on the audits, compares to any military-related nonprofit. Like, we crush it. Audit us.
So
bring it
glad
on.
you said that.
You know, point is, though, probably the better part about that plug to describe is what it does. Obviously, it gets active duty soft guys and their family members in the outdoors in these amazing events and opportunities, hunting, fishing, all kinds of growth things that are outdoor centric. And we have doubled the demand and half the amount of support this year. Just because it's going to get better with the economy. We just took a big hit last year, I should say.
Everybody did.
But last year I think we got 900 people out all over the world.
Jeez.
All over the world. Africa.
Well, I was one of those.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And this October is a big one.
Idaho.
You.
I got Idaho.
My son.
Houston and I are going to go to Idaho. I'm going after bull elk. He's going after a muley. I want to go after a muley. But
I heard about
the
that.
tags got
tags got
draw got all
screwed
messed
up. Yeah.
While we're on the topic,
Yeah.
Wyatt wants a whitetail this year. I've already talked to Scott about it, so we're going to
too easy. Too easy.
Are y'all in Kentucky though, right?
Yes, sir.
Why couldn't he hunt here?
I don't know.
Where do you have to hunt right now? You can right here from that damn window right there if you want to.
Yeah.
Or my bathroom window.
Yeah.
I'll tell that story later.
It used to be the Target shed. We would sit in the Target shed.
Yes, the Target shed down there.
Had a
Yes.
range card and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Done.
So this October.
yeah. So
Idaho.
you've not met Houston. You don't even know who Houston is, do you?
Well, I do know who he is. I've never met him.
Oh, yeah. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
Very
Jimmy's
good
told
kid.
me so.
He's getting married on 4th of July.
There you go.
Yeah.
That way he doesn't forget it, and there's always fireworks.
He's smart.
Yes,
That tells me he's a
fucking
smart
genius.
kid, man.
So, all right. Anything else for this one? How long? What's our time there, Christopher?
You're at 3 hours, 5 minutes.
I can't hear you because you're not talking.
3
anymore.
hours, 5 minutes.
3 hours, 5 minutes.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
exactly what we.
That's what we were aiming for. Was
Yeah.
exactly.
Plus, I do have to go.
Yeah. So,
30.
so we'll get another one of these on here. We'll bring. Who are we going to bring in here? We'll bring somebody else in here with us.
Yeah.
A fourth, because there's enough room for. We'll just turn the table sideways and do it that way. So, cool. So, this is your first Graybeard
Yes, sir.
syndicate
Hopefully not the
excursion.
last.
So this will probably have to be put out in sections, just like I did Sue, because my AI thingy that does the editing for me, because I'm an idiot, will only do so many, like 30 minutes at a time.
Already projected it. I knew he was going to be in here. So.
Yes.
Hey, sincerely, thank you guys.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you.
awesome.
Thank you, and
Thank you as well.
love you guys,
Love you too.
and
Love you too, bro.
everybody have a good day.
Cheers.
Touch my mic. Touch my mic. Touch my mic.
Touch my mic stand.